Man, there's just so much garbage on the market, just absolute junk. Stuff that makes really no sense when you logically break it down. I'm talking bogus advice, I'm talking junky training aids. You gotta wade through so much crap to actually find something that works. And I think we're all, in this day and age, a bit skeptical because we've probably all been burned at least once, if not twice, on some swing magic cure. But every once in a while, something comes along that is the real deal. And on today's video, I'm going to show you one that I've been working with that has transformed my game. It's already helped me immensely. I'm picking up yards. I'm just striking it so much better. If you've followed this channel, you've seen the improvements in my game. I started it as like an 8 handicap, and now I'm down to 4.1 or 2, I think it is. And not only that, it's now gotten even better. In fact, 8 times more accurate is what they claim. This thing's a special device. It's the new Hack Motion, and I'm gonna show you all about it here on Let's Play Through. Let's get to work. So here on my wrist and attached to my golf glove is the Hack Motion. This is the new version of the Hack Motion. I tested the old version last year, really loved it, but as I said in the intro, this one's even more accurate, measures more parts of your golf swing, and all in all is just a better, faster, more intelligent device. Unboxing the Hack Motion, the first thing I noticed is it came in a nice travel case. This was not the case with the original version, so that is a really nice, handy upgrade because I love to put this in my golf bag, bring it out to the range, and do some sessions out there. Yes, this device will work for you if you're a range player, if you're an indoor player, anywhere that you practice. Opening up the case, you'll see that device. Now, it's going to come stock with the elastic band that you can tie around your hand. However, I opt to wear a golf glove when I play. I also think that that elastic band may get in the way of my swing a little bit, but it's personal preference, totally subjective. What's really nice about this new version of the Hack Motion that the old one didn't have either is that you can literally just quickly release it from the elastic band and attach it onto the clip, which slides right into your golf glove. It's super comfortable. I don't even know that this thing is on my wrist. It's literally just a few grams, and it does not impede the golf swing in any way. So let me show you how this thing works, how powerful the Hack Motion is, and how it can really transform your golf swing. Now, before I start taking some swings, I want to let you know there's a discount code down below to save some money on your Hack Motion. It's exclusive to Let's Play Through community, and when you hit our links, of course, it helps support this show. All right, let's get to work. Setting up this device is super easy as well. You literally just download the app. You turn on the device just by pressing the button on top. It just takes a second, and you can see here it connects via Bluetooth to the phone. I know it's connected because at the top right, you can see that the device has 70% battery remaining. By the way, they've increased the battery from about 7 hours of usage to now 10 hours of usage with this new device. So you're gonna get a ton of sessions in before you need to recharge this thing. Now you can see we can start practicing, we can view past data, which is great to go back and see your progress, and you can actually explore tour data, see how you match up against the pros. We'll start practicing here because I want to show you the most common fault that amateurs make, including myself, and this is something, I'm still a work in progress here. This is something I've been working on for the last year, but this is what's been helping me gain all those extra yards, and I've increased my club speed now by 6-7 miles per hour. It's leading to 10-15 yards of carry. Now, when we set up, we can go to a default profile. That'll be fine. You can tell it if you're right or left-handed. Of course, I'm right-handed. Now, whichever way you are, you've got to have this on your leading wrist. That's the most important part. Then we're going to hit start and we're going to calibrate the device. Calibrating this device is super simple. Literally, you just want to hold your hand here at a 90-degree parallel angle from the floor. All right, and you want your wrist to be as straight to your forearm as possible. We tell it that it's in position. We then adjust it without moving our wrist to a 45-degree, tell it it's in position, and look at that. And as you can see in real time, there's my wrist movements. You've got a 3-dimensional model. You can see it's really fascinating. You can also go to a 2D model, by the way, if you want something a little bit more basic. I actually use this a little bit more often. It just helps me because it's kind of like looking down at a dress look to it. So all we're going to start doing now is actually hitting the golf ball. But before I do, let me talk about, again, that issue that most amateurs have, and including myself. Oftentimes when we're getting to impact, people are flipping their wrists over, right? So if I was to demonstrate this, you're bringing the golf club back, and then when at impact, you're starting to turn your wrist over. That is not not what you want to do in the golf swing, and I'll show you what that leads to. I'm going to hit a shot like that, a quote-unquote bad shot here. So I'm going to line up, draw the club back, and that's me flipping my wrist. Now you can see what happened. Well, first of all, I hit it very thin, but you can see I'm starting to fade the ball, if not slice the ball there, and that's, if you're struggling with a slice, most likely that's what you're doing. You're coming through, maybe your lower body's not moving at all, you're flipping your wrists over there to compensate, and you're getting that awful, dreaded slice. Let me show you that one more time. Even with a little better impact, you can see I'm slicing it off to the right there. My carry numbers are low. That's 128 carry. I'm hitting an 8-iron, by the way. That's not what you want to see. So if you're struggling with those slices, this is going to be the device that's going to help you the most. At least it's helped me the most. Now, what I love about the software here, again, you can see on the right-hand side of your screen, you can see my position at address, my position up at the top, which was actually good, and then my position at impact. I'm flipping that wrist over, opening that wrist, and it's leading to that awful shot. So what do we want to do instead? And what do the best golfers do instead? Well, first of all, if you were to analyze the best golfers, the PGA Tour, LPGA players, people like Nelly Korda, Jon Rahm, those sorts of folks, at impact, they're not like this. No, what's happening? Their hips are open, their wrists are bowed down, the club face is actually pressed forward, they're de-lofting the club, and they're hitting it at impact like this. Not like this, like this. That's a huge, huge distance boost that they're getting that we're not getting if we're doing it wrong. So, what's wonderful about this device, probably my favorite feature of this new updated hardware, is that in addition to getting the feedback right after the shot, you can actually get the feedback in real time so you can practice. So I'm going to turn on biofeedback here. You can either do this at the top of your swing if you need to practice getting into the top position properly, but I like to do it at impact, all right? What's different about this, you had the audio feedback before with the previous model, but now you're getting a haptic feedback. Vibration is happening in my wrist right now to tell me that I'm in the right position or not. So we'll keep that on, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to think about that golf swing, and I'm going to think about, okay, up at the top I'm here, and down, as I'm coming down, I want to turn those wrists in. Now, if you look at DJ, right, he's already like this up at the top. You could do that, but that's a much harder move. For me, I want to think about rolling my wrists as I'm coming down. All right, so I'm up at the top, I'm coming down, I'm rolling the wrist, and now I'm in position there. You can see I'm getting green, I'm getting an audio, like angelic choir, and I'm getting haptic feedback on the device, which I really love this new edition of the haptic feedback. And at impact, I want to be, well, I want my hips a little bit more open if possible, and I want to be like there. That's what I'm going to kind of practice a little bit, try to get the feeling of that, of turning those wrists in, and let's see how this is going to affect the shot. It was pretty good, but I was still a little extended, as you can see there. At the top, I was good. At impact, I was plus 20. I got a little better result, but as you can see, that ball still pushed off to the right just a bit. It did have some draw on it, and the distance was better, carried 148, but we can actually do better. We can actually do better. This is actually the leap that I've taken using the HackMotion. I was hitting it about 145 carry, and now I can carry it up as far as 160 when I'm really loose and I'm hitting the ball well. What I'm gonna do is, again, try to get that feel at impact of turning my wrists in, clearing my hips open. I gotta get those hips open and really driving that kind of almost like a baseball bat, you know, trying to get that acceleration as those wrists turn over. Let's see what happens now. Much better swing, but I was still a little bit too extended, not as bad as the first one, but we're starting to get even better results. As you can see, the carry, 154 yards there, and we're getting better, we're improving, but we're still not there. I just love having this real-time feedback. Again, hitting all of your senses now, audio, visual, and the feel in your actual wrist, which is so super cool. All right, let's see if we can get this. Turn those wrists in. Ooh, better. I hit that shot a little fat, so we're not going to get the yardage. In fact, that one only carried 111, but that was better. And as you're making progress in your golf swing, sometimes you take a step back before you take those 2 steps forward. So I gotta also think about the contact here and get those wrists turned in. Come on guys, root me on. I'm gonna try to get this on this swing here for you. Woo! I'm still a work in progress. Oh, we're so close. We're only +2 right there. So, because I'm struggling, what's also amazing about this app is you can get advice from the professionals. They literally build that into the app. By the way, if you want to go back and see any of our swings, we can see exactly what happened in the golf swing, and you can kind of slow that down. As you can see, I'm getting my wrists down, but I'm not quite turning them all the way in. And at any point you want to go back to some shots that you were getting a little bit better at, you can literally on top just kind of hit the right and left arrows to see, a swing where maybe you were a little bit closer to what you wanted to do. I love that it saves all those swings for you. To my knowledge, there's no limit to how many sessions it'll save, but I really love that. I'm gonna try this one more time. So let's try to get some help from the pros here. We'll end the practice here for now. We'll save that session. And you can see the issues I'm having. Well, first of all, we can name that session. Gabe, what is it? Today's the 13th as I'm recording this. And you can leave a comment for yourself. So close. Ah. And you can see I took 10 shots. That was over the course of 9 minutes. I didn't show you all the shots here on the video, but I took 10 shots. And as you can see, 100% of my shots at the top were in range. That's a good thing. But 100% of my shots were too extended at impact. You can see the streaks. You can see your all-time bests. I love that it keeps track of all of this. Again, you can go back here and see your entire shot list to see, listen, I was making better progress there as I went. In fact, I got down to only +3 a couple times and +2 there right at the end. So I am slowly but surely making progress here. And let's say I need a little bit of help. Well, they build in this learning center into HackMotion where you can literally study different videos and different ways that you can address your swing faults. So I love that. Not only is this a tool that's showing you your faults, it's also helping you improve those faults as well. And these tutorials are fantastic. I don't have time in this video to go through them, but they are there. Bouncing back into the app here though, we're gonna give this one more shot. We're gonna try to get this corrected. Again, I'm gonna practice that, getting those wrists down, getting that body open through impact. Let's see if I can pull it off. Ooh, we're getting so close. I will get this, I will get this, I will get this. I've taken over 50 strokes and still haven't gotten there, but we're getting closer all the time. And we've done it. We have done it. Oh, that feels good. I realized that, again, another of my swing faults is that I come up on the ball. You probably noticed that. That time I really tried to stay down and drive it. And if I stay down and drive it, then I've got to get my wrists down into position there. Let's try it again. Oh, it feels so good. Oh, and it was a pretty good strike as well. Now, it only carried 143 because I'm slowing everything down here to make sure that I dial it in the right positions. But once I've dialed it in, then I can start to take some harder swings. Let me take one more though, and again, just lock that muscle memory into my brain. There we go. Yes, that's a streak of 3 in a row. As you can see, a nice draw there. That is a beautiful thing. Again, only carried 135 because I didn't take much of a swing at it. My swing speed there was 72, but now I'm going to take a full swing. And let's see the difference that the HackMotion has made. Woo! That was a very good swing. And I think we finally dialed something in. Carried 161.8. As you see, I've got all greens there. That's a huge difference from where we started at, what, in the 120s, mid 120s to now 161. Swing speed has continued to get better as well. I'm at 83.2 miles per hour on that swing. That is the power of the HackMotion. And I gotta say, I am pretty worn out. I've taken over 70 golf swings at this point. But that's what you gotta do if you're going to improve. You gotta spend time doing this. I'd highly recommend you do this 2-3 times a week, at the very minimum 2, 3 if you can. If you do, you're gonna start to pick up some serious distance gains. And even if you don't get it 100% right, keep trying, keep improving, and keep trying to get that number down into range closer and closer. Follow the video tutorials when you need help. Now, that's not the only thing that this amazing device can do. As I said, there are a number of plans. The core license at $295 is gonna give you access to what you just saw, but if you bump up to Plus, now you're going to get putting as well, and this can be huge, especially again for me. I'm sometimes struggle with the 6 to 8 footers, keeping those online. This device can absolutely help you as well. Now I'm gonna take it off the golf glove because I don't putt with a golf glove. I'm gonna put it back on the band. So I'm gonna slide it out of the little clip here, and we're gonna slide it onto the band itself that it came on. So again, putting that back in the right spot. Where you want that is an inch above the wrist bone, right where you'd wear a wrist watch, basically. I mean, where you should wear a wrist watch. Some people wear them a little too low, but that's neither here nor there. And then we're just gonna use the wristband here, all right? So I'll pop into putting mode. As you can see, still, I've got a long way to go, but I was getting better and better. I was only too extended, only 81% of the time here in my second session. All right, so here we're gonna bounce into putting analysis. So again, what we're gonna do is make a putt and keep our wrists stable as much as we possibly can. Again, you choose default profile. I'm right-handed. I'm gonna recalibrate this because I took the device on and put it back off. Again, super simple to calibrate that device, and now we're ready to go. I'm gonna pull out one of my putters here, and I'm gonna put it right off the mat, but you know, probably ideally you could do this on a putting green outside, I think would be the most ideal situation. But same process, basically we're gonna just kind of line up the putt, and the whole thing is just keeping, you don't want any wrist movement in the putting stroke. I have a little bit in mind, as you're gonna probably see here. You just want the big muscles up top, to do the work. And again, you can see my flexion was a little bit too much there. My ulnar radial deviation was good. So let's try it again. Let's see if we can keep that wrist a little bit more locked. Again, just trying to use my big muscles up top. I don't want to put anything into the putting stroke that's unnecessary. About the same. We're +2. We're just extending it just a little bit. I want to get this right here. This is so important to practice. Again, it'd be really nice to actually have a hole to practice with as well. Now, one thing I want to mention about this is with the previous unit, I was getting a lot of misreads. When I was taking practice strokes, it was reading those as strokes and it was messing up the data. So with this new hardware, I found it's a much, much better product when it comes to the putting side of the Hack Motion. Let's see if I can do this. No extension or flexion. Did I do it? No. But as you can see, it's all there for you. I will continue to work with this and get better. But as you can see, I'm always a work in progress. I am a mere mortal, by the way. If you are too, hit that subscribe button. It helps support this show. That's what this is all about, growing and getting better together. I love the Hack Motion because it's helping me do just that. Again, if you are a coach, you can step up to the pro version for $995. But if you're not a golf coach, you don't need it. But with this, you're going to be able to track multiple students and you're gonna get a lot more data points into this Hack Motion. Really cool, especially if you're a coach and you need to keep track of what multiple students are doing. That is the package that you should go for. But I think, like I said, just getting the Core or the Plus should work for most people, depending on if you want putting or not. So what an absolutely incredible device. I'm sure you can see how powerful it is. And I just showed you a little taste of this thing. There is a lot more. So there'll be more videos on this channel coming to show you how I'm using it, how I'm improving, and how I'm just continuing to love this device. As I mentioned up front in the video, if you want to save some money, I've got a code down below for you. Hit that link. It does help support Let's Play Through. If you've got questions or comments, I'm always happy to answer those down below. Don't hesitate. And I'll catch you back here next time on another edition of Let's Play